Hello, and welcome to another chapter reading of Dancing with Demons, a love story by Laura L. Holloway. That's me. It's been a minute. I had some computer challenges, which I believe to be resolved. We'll see what happens. I'm about the most untech savvy person I know that I'm aware of. I don't know. It's not something that comes up all that often for me. But it is super handy to know how to, read chapters of my book and post them on the YouTube. I've been told that some people enjoy it, so I'm going to keep doing it. I don't know if you would have seen, I was on a little podcast, had a little podcast interview recently, and in between the lines, and they listened to the first, I guess it was 12 chapters that I've read so far, and wanted more. So I think we've got my computer sorted out, and now we're on to, oh no, maybe it was just chapter 11. Oh my gosh. Isn't this funny? Yeah, did we get through chapter 11 or did we get through chapter 12? Oh my goodness. Wait 1 second. Can we pause this? Let's try pausing. Well, I'm glad I checked. Because I already read chapter 12. Thank you very much. So we are on to chapter 13, entitled Butterflies. Just have to say, I am sweating like a whore in church. It's really, I'm warm, and for whatever reason, I just feel compelled to wear my wool hat. I feel a little discombobulated, I must confess. I'm not sure what's going on with me right now. That happens sometimes. I'm sure everybody can relate. I like my hat. I like that it used to be my son's hat, and he gave it to me. Truly, he sold it to me because he needed some money, but I was happy to buy it from him. And I like it. And I like the little hawk feathers that I put in it from the little hawks that live on my land. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, chapter 13, Butterflies. Sure as I'm breathing, sure as I'm sad, I'll keep this wisdom in my flesh. Eddie Vedder, No Ceiling. Friday, June 4th, 2021, 11 o'clock a.m. Sitting out on the back patio at the ornate metal friendly place table, as my Nana used to call the place out back by the swimming pool and the canal, beneath a giant palm tree. Here, now, at my table, could this be Nana's actual table, which I inherited from Dad? Side note, no, it's not. It's a different table. Sun shining, birds singing, noisy little airplane buzzing around up in the sky. Anzu has lain down near me. She was excited when I first got out here, thinking I'd throw her the ball, but no. Go lie down, please, I said to her. She is disappointed, but dealing with it well. It's interesting how my complexion is really broken out from my glutinous, non-vegan, crappy eating this past week or more. It is not surprising and a good reminder of the ways in which it's important to take good care of myself. My face and legs look swollen to me, and of course I feel all thick in the middle, achy, bloated. This is me in a state of energetic imbalance, a state of emotional distress. I want to write about my session with Joan this morning, about the IFS, internal family systems, therapy method we used. I first learned of IFS through a Tim Ferriss podcast interview with Richard Schwartz, the founder of the technique. The interview was earth-shaking for me at the time, the first public addressing of Tim Ferriss's experience of being molested repeatedly as a young boy. He walked bravely through the revisitation of this trauma with Dr. Schwartz's calm guidance. It brought tears. Nope. I gotta learn how to read. I was brought to tears in my kitchen, pausing to listen as they went through the process, completed with a visualization of Tim's little boy, quote, part of himself being carried to a place of his choosing. In this case, the adult Tim's home in the country. There, the little boy Tim can be safe. The IFS with Joan was tough work for me and very uncomfortable at times. But now I do feel a sense of relief, having come through the other side of this morning's session. Joan asked how I've been these past couple of weeks, and I told her it's been really rough. I've felt really angry, broody, tired. I've been super compulsive and clingy toward Beorn, reaching out to him again and again, even when I understand that he needs some space, some room to process, and to deal with all the stuff on his own plate. Despite knowing this, I still get angry and frustrated with him for not being more available to me. Then I get angry and frustrated with myself for being needy. Guided by Joan, laying on the sofa beneath the weighted blanket, eyes closed. Oh, excuse me. I was drinking bubbly water. It's really good. I will confess it's a little challenging to, I don't know, just to go back into all the therapy shit. La la la. Guided by Joan, laying on the sofa beneath the weighted blanket, eyes closed, I feel a sensation in my abdomen, in my stomach. I feel deep sadness and pain. What does it look like? Joan asks. And I see it is like a hole, a pit that goes down infinitely inside of me. It is black and swirling gray. Is this the void I try to fill with food, with animals, with a man? Go to the little girl who feels this sadness, this pain, she tells me. And I am with her, the little girl. Me, who is somewhere between 5 and 7 years old. It takes a little doing, but the little girl allows me to connect with her. I call upon my mother and light mama to come help her feel safe. My little girl is crying, so much sadness, so much fear. We surround her. I wrap my arms and spoon my body around her, like the safety of a womb, on her little bed in the childhood room at the house on Bagley Parkway Street. The little girl me feels comforted, stops crying, just wants to sleep in the peace and safety. She wants to go to sleep. Joan is still asking questions, asks the sleepy part of me if it can step aside. Then I am crying again, sobbing, turning away from Joan with my arms raised in a protective posture around my head, covering my eyes. I just want this to stop. I want this to go away, this pain. Joan asks if the little girl can let her in, and the little girl says to me, no, she doesn't trust her. The little girl wants to trust me, but isn't sure, doesn't understand how all of this works. It's okay, I say to her inside my head. I show her, I hold her. I'm right here with her. Mama and Light Mama are here too. Joan asks if there's anything she wants to tell me, little girl, and she says it's Daddy. He's so angry. He's so sad. Some of the time, Joan says, but the little girl corrects her. Most of the time. Little girl wishes she could fix Daddy, make him better, so he could love her. I laugh and tell her, yes, my darling, you will be trying to do that for men for a very long time. Joan asks, what do you want to show this little girl now? What do you want to tell her? I hold the little girl in front of me. I hug her and kiss her sweet face. You are so strong and magical, I tell her in my mind. You are connected with the animals and the earth. You feel your mama still around you, little girl. And now you can feel me and light mama too. Oh, sweet child, you are so beautiful and strong. I take her by the hands, lift them up towards the sky. I hold her long arms lovingly as she smiles and stretches her fingers upward. Oh, my darling girl, I'm so sorry your daddy can't be there for you. I'm so sorry he's too angry and afraid. He's so sad that it makes him not able to see you, but that is not your fault. It is not fair for a little girl to feel frightened and alone, and I'm sorry, so sorry, my sweet child. Oh, sweet baby girl, I'm here now. You're safe. Look, see? Anzu is here, and Camille, and your Mindy, too. It's okay, baby girl. We're all here, and we all love you. We all will keep you safe. Joan asks if there's some place the little girl wants to go where she can feel safe. I laugh. Yes, she wants to go to Tim Ferriss's farm to hang out with his little boy there. So that is where we go, or at least how we imagine it, with green fields and trees, beautiful red barns, ponds and streams, with animals all safe and happy and well tended. What a truly lovely place. Joan asks if there is anything the little girl me wants to bring. She wants to bring Mindy. We start crying again. So Mindy will be safe from Daddy and his sadness and his rage. So we gather up Mindy and some favorite stuffed animals and a couple pretty dresses. We go to Tim Ferriss's farm, where my little girl is delighted to befriend his little boy, to take him by the hand, to visit all the animals, to play in the trees and grass, in this magical place where everyone is safe and happy and loved. I find myself smiling as I write this. Anzu is stretched out in the sunny grass of our tiny townhouse yard. She sighs and closes her eyes. Back on the couch, Joan asks if there is anything else the little girl wants to leave behind from the other place. Yes, she says, the anger, the sadness, the fear. And how would you like to get rid of it? Joan asks. What element would she like to release it to? To the earth? To the wind? To water? To fire? Why is the light doing that again? Maybe I'm just moving around too much. If I hold really still, it doesn't flicker. I wasn't sure what I was seeing then. A darkness, like a wind sucking, like layers in a dark black and gray speckled stone. Then I realized it was the black hole, the void, the abyss in the core of me. Release it all to that, I thought. Let it be sucked far away forevermore. Let that abyss be filled, be closed, be gone. Let this pain torment me nevermore. Tiny Ashaya lays on the flagstone pathway now. A bird sits on the feeder, cracking seeds, chirping to us or whomever. Anzu rises, gets her tennis ball, sits back down. There is a perfect light breeze of summertime rolling down from the distant mountains. I still have a soft smile on my face. This afternoon I have barns and paddocks to clean. I have several creatures to tend. Right now I feel like going for a little bike ride to stretch my legs, to move my long limbs. In any of the number of ways I can show nurturing and kindness to this little girl in me, let it be so, that she may grow up strong and kind and wise in this troubled world, that she may understand the fear and pain of others in this lifetime. Excuse me. pardon me, that she may understand the fear and pain of others in this lifetime, that she may know how to ease their suffering, how to embrace them, how to guide them in their own healing, how to help others recognize and express their own beauty, their own value, their strength. Let all beings feel this safety, this peace, this balance, this bliss. In the grass, Anzu sighs once again. In my lap now, Ashaya does the same. Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. Sometime after 6:30 a.m. because that's when I got up, thankful to have slept again past 5. Yesterday was very long and full, and I was very, very tired. Reaching out to Beorn again after his little burst of enthusiasm when I texted that I'd found myself milking a lovely goat, restrained in a stanchion, contentedly munching grain, and wondered if he owns handcuffs. He does, he replied excitedly. He then gushed about how, at the end of his last relationship, he decided he'd like to explore more, quote, freedom with his sexual expression. Ah, joy! And lucky for me, I figured. I wanted to continue that conversation with him, but as happened so often, suddenly he was gone. Disappeared from my small screen of enticing text messages. Enough interaction for him for one night, apparently. Stop flickering. Why are you flickering? Thank you. Stop flickering. Who knows about this flickering? Who out there in video recording world can tell me about the flickering and how to make that stop? La 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 la. Back to, joy! And lucky for me, I figured. I wanted to continue the conversation with him, but as happens so often, suddenly he was gone, disappeared from my small screen of enticing text messages. Enough interaction from him for one night, apparently. I have been divvied up as much attention as he had at that moment to give, leaving me to wonder, as I do. What beliefs drive me? What is it that I need? I feel as though I'm not taking it quite so personally as I once did. Even if it's that he's not particularly into me, that's fine. And more about him than me. It's just how things go sometimes. It is the imbalance part which I find difficult. The wanting to connect with him when his part is of needing space to do his thing. I believe that with most of my relationships, this has arisen as a theme. There are partners who stand out in my mind as desiring a great deal of connection, while I deeply appreciated those offerings, didn't I? From their perspectives, these men may beg to differ. I ended each of those relationships eventually. With Ryan, our finale was in a flurry of frustrated rage, one which I did not intend to end things ultimately, but that was the way things went. Curiously, when one hollers at their partner to get the fuck out, despite a closet full of abandonment issues, or more honestly, because of them, and the partner leaves, sometimes they never return. At least not to the one who was hollering at them, which is totally understandable. What we could call the setting of clear boundaries. From our son, it must be noted in no uncertain tune. From our son, it must be noted in no uncertain terms, he has never truly left. Perhaps this is my self-fulfilling prophecy, to push men until they leave me, to challenge them to do so, until they finally do. I don't know. I do know that right now, my heart of hearts keeps reminding me that reaching out to Beorn as often as I do, is not in my own best interest. He's shown me repeatedly that what he is up for is connection in little fits and starts, while requiring a world of space. Why does this raise so much anxiety in me? Daddy stuff, for sure. Needy little girl stuff. Afraid that he will not see me, honor me, appreciate me for who I am. Afraid that he will leave me for another girl in whom he finds more value. I remember at Dad's funeral, one of his friends from Rotary spoke of how she always felt so seen by him. I felt envious, struck by how he could offer that gift to another young woman, yet it was rarely felt by me. A close friend from high school attended the funeral, and he said to me later with great sincerity, "Who's that woman even talking about in there? I remember your dad being terrifying." Maybe there is just too much from my childhood to make up for me to allow any sense of being seen by my dad. Maybe it was me never really forgiving him, never fully trusting him or letting him in. Maybe that is why I'm still mired in this anxiety, this apprehension around any man who truly catches my attention, who holds my affections. This is the mystery I'm still trying to unravel, to resolve after all these years. What does my little girl need to feel safe, protected, to feel loved? This is a lot to ask of any man, particularly at the beginning of a relationship. Or really, ultimately, is it? Thursday, June 10th, 2021, 6:30 or so a.m. Slept pretty awfully last night. Was awake for nearly 2 hours while the trucks did their noisy 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. visitations to the transport warehouse across the field, then lumbered all grumbly away. I had my windows wide open even though I knew the trucks would wake me up. I still needed them wide open. I still needed the night air and sounds of crickets pouring in. Wow, this morning I find myself in tears again. I honestly am not sure where this is coming from, but I would really like to discover whatever it is that's troubling me so deeply. I would really like to heal whatever wound this is, which obviously still needs to be healed. Oh, my spirit guides and helpers. Oh, badger spirit. Oh, bear spirit. Oh, horse spirit. Oh, mama, nana, light mama. Pretty please and thank you. Thank you for your presence in this curiosity of three-dimensionality. Thank you for gently guiding me through. I am reminded of the vision I had on the sofa, laying with eyes covered, listening to the sound meditation, waiting for Beorn to arrive on Mother's Day, and not entirely sure that he would. When he got here, my mind was still swimming with it, with the images and sensations of being born, of being carried from my mother's body. I told him I'd been having a dream, but that was only how I could explain it to him. It was more than just a dream, and this was nearly a week before my second journey. So the medicine from my first journey would have been well out of my system by then. The vision was in no way chemically induced. That's intense, Beorn had said, and I agreed. This experience, this memory, this recreation, or whatever one would call it, of being born on Mother's Day. Right now, I realize that another Radiohead song has been playing in my mind since I woke up for the final time this morning. The time when I decided to stretch my toes to the ceiling and wiggle my feet around, to run my hands up my long legs, noting the small scratches and bruises from yesterday, from a good day's work in the sun. Sorry, I need to take a quick note. Please hold. Thank you. Ice Age come and Ice Age come. This is really happening. Okay, yes. Thank you, spirits. I get it. You really like Radiohead, don't you? I hear the immediate answer in my noggin and it makes me smile. Yes. This is the opening. This is the rebirth, as many times as you desire it, my child. This is your experience in this lifetime. Three-dimensionality, however you should choose it. This is really happening, child. This is all the experience for you. What do you choose? This is your movie, baby girl. This is your experience, your life. This is exactly what you came here to do. This is what you came here to be. This is what you came here to engage with, along with all the others who are a part of it, a part of you, a part of this grand mass experience, if you will. Yes, this is really happening, because this is what you choose. My body, my stomach, my three-dimensional vessel tells me it's time to make some beans. Ice Age come and Ice Age come. Ashaya trembles in my lap. I fold my strong fingers around her. I caress her tiny body, ears, and limbs. She settles back in, no longer trembling. Like me, all she needs is to feel supported, loved. All she needs is to feel safe. This is really happening. All right, then we have the little dots that indicates that we have a little notation from modern day times at the time that I was writing this book. When Brandy and I spoke on the phone the other day, she mentioned that she's been wanting to make time to journal, that she understands the potential benefits of it. No, I'm sorry, is that true? Yeah, I don't even know what that means. Maybe that's what that means. You can read it however you want when you read the book yourself, if you do. I told her, oh my gosh, for me it's like I can't not write. That if I could spend a solid 2 hours writing every morning before sunrise, with a hot cup of goat milk coffee on my desk, close at hand, what a happy camper I would be. How many mornings have slipped away without me realizing as the words pour from my pen? How many mystical realms have I been led to? How many insights have I gained? If I don't get to write, I feel agitated, as though I'm missing something primary and part of me, like a runner who misses their daily run, like a giant aquatic angel beast trapped in a swimming pool, longing for the sea. It's like your therapy, Brandy observed astutely. It's like you get your own little therapy session at the beginning of every day. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. It is precisely like that. June 19th, 2021. Facebook rant. Times are always, quote, interesting, as my dad would say. Always interesting. People, places, beloved animals come and go. It can feel difficult to know what to do with all of that sometimes. How to feel about it all. To feel it truly, deeply, but without any pain. No, that's not how it's going to roll. I miss my dad. I miss my horse. I miss my mom and dear friends who have gone away. I believe that is all good and well, and as it should be. To touch that feeling as it rises, to hold it gently for a while, to cradle that sadness, that depth of emotion. Allow it to rise warm and full, like an ocean in my chest. To love it, to love them so deeply. And then to release it and move on. To release them and move on. Monday, June 21st, 2021, 4:50 a.m. Oh, my flies. It's August fly season. Nope, sorry. Back to Monday, June 21st, 2021, 4:50 a.m. I hear a semi-truck out there across the field. It's backing up, beeper all beeping away. What an affront to the glorious delicacy of early morning. I slept curiously, all my dreams blending with reality, the surreal nature of knowing that we are setting out for Wisconsin today, also flooded with the images and reverberating sensations. Whoop! No, let's start that sentence over. I slept curiously, all my dreams blending with reality, the surreal nature of knowing that we are setting out for Wisconsin today, also flooded with the images and reverberating sensations of the man who arrived once again in my driveway, giving me butterflies. Who came in my front door, wound his strong arms around me, seeming as though he would like to eat me whole. Ah, so delicious to press against this other set of strong limbs, this other strong body. Ah, that which I have missed, which I have craved since our encounter on Mother's Day. Now, on Father's Day, we become lovers, well suited to each other in that regard. To have him all around me, above me, beneath me, beside me, to see what looks like gentle sincerity in his eyes, to feel his strength, his vulnerability, opening my eyes to see him cradling my folded legs in a loving embrace, kissing the tops of my knees. So gentle, so beautiful, so kind and caring. So much a mystery, unfolding in tiny bits at a time. So much of my own mystery, unfolding gently inside of me, to allow myself that vulnerability. Chill, sorry, excuse me. This was a while ago. Before now would have been too soon for us in our curious dance since last autumn. Now we will see. I thanked him as we lay quietly, motionless, together like puzzle pieces made of clay. For what? He asked. For being here, for being with me. This morning, there is all the final getting ready to do, then to pick up Fisher from his dad's. Tonight we will stay in a hotel somewhere in Nebraska, I reckon. Tonight, I wonder if the taste of Beorn will still linger on my lips, or if it will just seem like a dream again. This dream of living beautifully, powerfully, sensually. This dream of being so very alive and awake. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Thursday, July 15th, 2021. 6:18 a.m. 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. You look beautiful, she said across the marble of the bar, looking in on my kitchen counter, where I peeled and chopped carrots and beets from Bear and his wife's farm. I felt as though I was too far away from her, especially with her sadness and awkwardness and the dark circles under her eyes. I listened as I cut and peeled. I heard and felt every word. There were moments when I paused, my gaze turned to her, my attention entirely on her words. There were moments when tears rose to my eyes and goosebumps to my flesh. Throughout the conversation and the listening, there was a tightness in my chest. Who hurt you, little girl? The echoing question in my mind, who hurt my beautiful friend? Who hurt me? How do we get to them? How do we cleanse them, tend to them? How do we allow them to mend? How do we allow ourselves to mend? There was not enough time to dive into exploring these questions with her. She had arrived in a flurry from an appointment she'd been late for, still on her phone as she approached my back sliding glass door, exchanging I love yous with whoever that was. When she had to leave my home, she was already late for her next call or meeting or whatever. All the flurry and fluster and rushing are difficult for me when they arise in my own life, so I try to just focus on letting go of any attachment or judgment or resentment about her whirling from one commitment to the next, from one interaction to the next. A fluttering butterfly who touches down on me for just a moment. I guess that makes me a flower. I straighten up. I hold mostly still. I try to be present for our interaction, for our brief time of connection. I try to gauge our remaining time together and share appropriately, to ask heartfelt questions and to listen. Like a good flower, like a good friend. Until the wind of her next commitment stirs her dusted, weary wings. Until that flurry comes, lifting her away from me again. Right now I realize that I have the Elliott Smith song, Independence Day, in my head again. The line about the butterfly, which to me had always been about my Midwestern muse, and a rising feeling of wanting to cry. Who hurt you, little girl? Jesus, what? What is this pain, and how do I release it so I can get on with my life? Later in the morning, I had this horrible fucked up moment in the rain, pulling up in front of a new cat client's house to meet for an initial interview. I saw a beautiful couple walking toward me down the sidewalk as I parked on the other side of the road. They were holding hands, smiling, the guy holding a leash attached to a pretty little pit bull's harness. The gal had long, bleached blonde hair with fashionably grown-out roots, wearing black eyeliner in the way of female pop stars of our time. She was very pretty in a pop culture sort of way. The fellow was tall beside her and well built, one could see, even beneath his thick flannel and hoodie pulled over his head against the rain. I had a weird moment where I thought all of a sudden, oh my God, is that Beorn? The man's face was obscured to me beneath his hood, the shadows revealing only sharp lines of a beautiful nose and a scruff or a beard that maybe was too dark to be Beorn's. I sat in the truck with ice coursing through my veins, waiting for the couple to pass across the street. They were no longer holding hands, and the fellow must have felt my intent gaze from afar through rain-streamed windows. He looked my direction, then quickly looked away. What the fuck, I thought. Am I losing my fucking mind? My thoughts raced through all the reasons why it could not be him, how it didn't line up, unless he was being deceptive, after all, unless all of his, quote, busyness and unavailability was because he was dating this other, fancier, younger gal, too. An experience I'd had with another man not too distantly in my past. Oh, and feeling still fresh enough to sting. And he was going to dump me for her, and I have been chumped once again. Oh, my darling, my precious little girl, who put these stories in your head? That you are so replaceable, unlovable, unloved. That the man you adore and desire to be cherished by will always leave you for someone you see as more desirable than you. Where does this come from? And more importantly, how can we let this go? Because this definitely does not serve you. Thinking about it now brings a wave of nausea, makes me feel swoony and sick. I continued to feel as though I was losing my mind and could not shake the images, the story I had created. Part of me knew that it could not have been Beorn. That if it were him, I would have known it. Still, the experience felt deeply troubling, surreal, and by the time I got through my interview with the clients and their cat and got home, I was nearly spinning out. There was a part of me, nagging and persistent, refusing to release that fear. What fuckery is this? I hated it, the questioning. I just wanted it to go away. The only way I could resolve it, I finally decided, was to ask him directly. Just do it. Just tell him of my horrible moment and ask him if he is seeing anyone else. His quick reply to my text message, "No. Why? What horrible moment?" Oh my God, the relief I felt at his typed words. Also, the shame and fear of having bothered him with this, with my insecurities, in the midst of everything he already carries around. Fuck. Yep. That's another thing for me to look at, for sure. Why do I feel as though I am a burden to him? Why I would choose to put energy, why I would choose to put energy towards someone who I feel I am a burden to. Just what am I trying to resolve here? I'm sure I don't need to dig too deep to find the answer inside of me. Sweet mother, this is all a lot. Hang on a minute. I gotta pause for a second. Where's the pause? There's the pause. Hang on, I'll be back. Okay, resumed. I told him about the beautiful couple, about the dog, and how I couldn't shake the feeling that maybe it had been him, that I just had to be sure. "Sorry," I wrote. "Flashbacks to challenging times past. Not you," he replied. "Well, I'm at my friend's house having a beer with him, so nope." I reached out a little further, suggesting he should come by. "Can't. Busy chaos and full throttle," he wrote. Yes, this is what I have come to anticipate from him. Not moseying down the sidewalk with a pretty little pit bull and girl. This intensity and full throttleness. This hitting the ground hard and running after pausing for a beer with his guy friend. This man who resides mostly in my imagining, elusive, strong, and brooding. This wild animal, this Wolverine. This morning, always compelled to express myself, I reached out to him again. "Thank you for your patience with me, Beorn. This self-work continues to bring up interesting things. Feels like I'm in the Matrix sometimes, with oracles baking cookies, and Buddha children bending spoons and all. Intense, sometimes uncomfortable, and all for the greater good." There you go, my darling. Now that experience has been processed. So, the next practice is that of releasing it, of letting it go. How about you do a little 2-week Beorn fast? Cut those cords, let that connection breathe and rest. It is good practice for you, not to mention being a loving thing to do for him, to give him the space he needs. Your beloved child comes home to you this evening, giving you the perfect gauge of 2 weeks. Focus on Fisher, on your own care and his. Focus on both of your needs. Yes, good. That sounds like the perfect idea. Starting now. To lovingly let go of this beautiful, complicated Wolverine and all that he carries. Right now, to lovingly release. So, good. Now, go. Brandy says she will be my accountability partner on this. Also, I saw another deer this morning. No doubt with a message for me. I look up deer in the Spirit Guide's book. Deer represents gentleness. Gentleness and ease are exactly what I require right now, with myself as well as with all who cross my path. Perfect. Alrighty, and thus concludes chapter 13. Until next time, whenever that will be, we get on to chapter 14. No more fucking around. One to look forward to, no doubt. Okay, mwah. Thank you, my friends. Thanks so much for being here. Crazy, interesting life and experience and all. Hope you enjoyed it. Do all the social media things if you would be so kind. I'll definitely appreciate it. And yeah, hit the subscribe and like. Follow me on Facebook. I don't know. Learn about my sanctuary. That was one of the fun things. After the podcast, Jeanette and I ended up really connecting on about the whole Artemis sanctuary I've got going on here. And that's been so much of my focus, which is part of why I haven't been reading at all, besides the computer was down for a while. But yeah, just, man, busy every day. And it's fly season now. So I gotta get out there and clean out the paddocks. Haven't done yet that this morning. I usually do that in the morning. And time to get the poop out so there's less flies in there pestering the critters. Okay, that's all I got. I'm just rambling. Love you. Mwah. Thanks for being here. We'll see you. Bye.